He is the one link that puts all of you together. So my name is Eran Elhalal. I am a chef, I'm a CIA graduate. I came here in 2005 to attend the CIA after having cooked almost my whole life, or 20 years, but the decade before in a more professional atmosphere. So actually after I discharged from the Israeli army, I went through law school in Israel, and that was my student job. That was when I actually started working in restaurants.
But he was cooking for us when we were both like shorter than the stove, standing on a box and making filet and all kinds of things for us.
So yeah, and we were, Maya, my sister, in an attempt to get me to cry, brought this picture of my grandmother, Saro, who her nickname was Saro, like I said, maybe how you were here, which is the background why this place is named that. And I was that baby with the pots and pans on his head in the kitchen, because when we were babies, really, both our parents were still in university, and we would be dropped off in the morning and picked up from my grandmother's in Jerusalem. And those are the first scents I remember of food. I mean, I genuinely thought that French fries were a Yugoslavian thing until I was 10. We never had anything, we never ate out when we were little, and that was the only place I'd experienced that. So I'm obviously not here today to show off French fries, I'm sure you've had that. But as far as comfort food or home food, this is my home food, and Maya's for that matter. And what brought me to do that is, well, first of all, having grown in my grandmother's house, we were always very, very close, and I love the cuisine. I've always cooked and since I decided not to become a lawyer / IT guy, as per what I studied, I wanted to do something different, and the way that I thought would be the best way to commemorate my grandmother and to just stress out that closeness that we had. Hi.
Sorry to
come on in, guys.
Come in, join us.
Yeah.
And he's actually great to have on board. We've done a bit of a brief introduction, and I wanted to finish continue because his family has actually owned restaurants in the city for years, and so they have a really good taste. Anyways, continue, I'm sorry.
Be comfortable. So I've been developing this culinary concept for. Actually, I incorporated Saro in 2006. I've been working as executive chef in different restaurants in the city since. But this was always the dream, what I wanted to do, and how I wanted to actually express myself in a culinary fashion. Now, what I'm bringing to the table, or to the city, to New Yorkers, is, as our one-liner is, cuisines of long-lost empires. And in that, it's essentially, this is comfort food of the former Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, Hungary, the whole Balkan Peninsula of Eastern Europe. It's part of both these, both empires, the Austro-Hungarian and the Ottoman Empire, both of which colonized the Balkan countries, or what we know as the Balkan Eastern European countries. So you have very, very big, eclectic empires who are very different than one another, and pretty much were separated by the Danube River, or where the Danube and the Sava River meet in today's Belgrade. So you have very different influences on the whole region. And to me, as a chef, it gives me the option to represent, to be authentic and seasonal, just represent a different part of the old empire as we progress with the seasons. So the Ottoman Empire's food is a little bit more sunny, as we know it, like the use of olive oil and phyllo dough is a little lighter. More dry cooking methods are implemented, like roasting and grilling. We have the heartier food and that long, long tradition of curing and preserving in all ways, really. There are jams and preserves, so are sweet, whereas in Croatia, everything that was landlocked in that peninsula freezes over. And the recipes that we know that I know are 150 years old. Is what my grandmother's mother taught her. So it was pretty much before refrigeration was a given. Hence the tradition of curing and salting what the Yugoslavs called prosciutto is not necessarily, sounds like prosciutto, but it's not necessarily ham, but it can be done, and you will taste hams and pork loins and different kinds of dry sauces, pretty much pantry is what it means. But the tradition is just so well developed because you had to make do for the winter. So far for aged cheeses, and as far as cured, salted, air-dried, smoked meats, all those varieties. And as far as savory items, like you're about to try one of the staple dishes of Yugoslavia at least, which is called Iva, or vegetable caviar. It's called that way, it has nothing to do with caviar. It's fire-roasted vegetables, eggplants and peppers, red and green bell peppers, that are after peeled and hand chopped very, very fine. And it's very important to hand chop it, not to do it the other way around. Yeah. So you get those granule, the granule texture. And those granules kind of are similar of caviar. And that's why it's called.
One of the things that I find incredible is his scientific approach to the way he cooks it.
I'll bring it out.
It's really awesome. Like he really, I mean, he's into history, he studied it, and he's not just a chef who looked it up. He really